Nevada and Utah, in the middle of nowhere. It's in the northwest corner of Utah. It's just barren desert area, but there's small ranching communities out in that location. The nearest town, or nearest, I don't know if you want to call it a town, it's called Lucin, Utah, and it's just a small little village, just a gas and go, and that's pretty much it in that community. Everybody hangs out at that gas and go, and that's it. Nevada, there's a community about 20 miles just on the other side of the border, but it's just in a remote area right now in Utah, and it's just hard to say what happened to him.
Finally, Marcos, I want to play another clip from your interview with Mom, and it really focuses on Dylan, who he is, his dreams, his future, his plans for that remote area of Utah. Take a listen.
I mean, he dropped out of high school to pursue the dream of having his own farm. That is his everything. He didn't walk. He was so excited when I talked to him Thursday. He says, "Mom, my grain's growing. It's coming up. I'm going to get a crop this year." I just ecstatic, high on the world about it, and then just vanished. Just vanished. Just vanished.
Hello, spirits. George here. Yep. Definitely got a little activity. This is just a kind of a small update. This is we're into September here, and we're September, I believe, the 15th, 2022. But this is about Dylanrounds. But this is more about his mom and his family. Candace Cooley. Candace, Miss Cooley, I don't know if you'll ever see this video or not, but I just want you to know, as a parent myself, that you must be going through mortal hell. And I do understand some of the premise of what you possibly would be going through. And I know that that someday your son hopefully will be found, and the killer, or whatever happened to him, the answer will be answered. This is a mystery that's been going on since, I believe, Memorial Weekend of 2022. And it does make me feel sad that you, as a parent and as a mama, has to go through this. From what the stories that I've been seeing on the news, online, and even on the YouTube channels, which have been quite a few of them, and a lot of them have really disrespected you and your family, and I think that's wrong. It shouldn't be about you or your family when it comes to anything about you and your family. This should be about your son that you have not spoken to since back in May of 2022. Your 19-year-old son, which just previously, from what I understand, just turned 20 years old. Miss Cooley, I want to tell you that I'm very sorry to hear about your son's situation. But I'm here to tell you that from everything that I've learnt on the board, from the spirits to the ghosts to the angels and even the phenomenons, that one day I do believe that you will get your answer about what happened to your son. But I want you to rest assured that the person or persons that did something, if potentially did something to your son, which from all indications It is definitely seeming like that is the situation. I just want you to know, Miss Cooley, that the spirits are unforgiving when it comes to someone taking someone's life, when it involves a murder. And I want the person or persons to know that the spirits, well, they know who you are. They knowed who you were the day this happened. And for by any chance that you happen to run across this video in the future, and you just maybe have a little smirk on your face that you think that you have gotten away with murder or something sinister, well, let me assure you, you have not. You have not gotten away with anything, because you have to understand that if you took somebody's life, Dylanrounds' life, if you took his life, no matter what the situation was, and you're not reporting it or let Miss Cooley, the mama of this poor young man, if you're not letting her know the situation or the family, then you've cursed yourself there. Now, I don't know who you are, but you know who you are, and you know what you've done. And you've done something sinister. And you've done something sinister with Dylanrounds. And that seems to be apparent from all the information and the investigations, because this young man is nowhere to be found. But you know where he's at, don't you? So why don't you do yourself and Miss Cooley a favor? Why don't you get in touch with her? And why don't you just let her know where her son is? Maybe take a little repent from what you've done. And maybe, just maybe, the spirits and the ghosts and the phenomena and the angels will go a little lighter on you. Because I want you to know, Mr. Person that done this, that your life from this point on is in danger. It has been cursed. And every little thing that you do from this point on, every little accident that happens to you, every little day that doesn't go right for you, is the cause of what you've done. It is the curse. And if you want this curse to be let loose a little lighter, then you need to do the right thing and come forward and tell Miss Cooley, the mother of this young man, Dylanrounds, what you did with him, what happened. Because, in fairness, that's what she needs to know. She needs to know what happened to her son. So that's what I wanted to tell you, Mr. Person out there, or persons. And don't even think that even if you don't believe in ghosts and spirits and even angels or even the phenomenons, even if you don't believe in any of that, it don't matter. It doesn't matter. Your ass is grass when it comes to the spirits, because they know what you did. They saw what you did. And you're not going to be everything is going to go badly wrong for you the rest of your life. You have to understand this if you don't repent yourself. So I just want you to know that I wanted to make this little video just in case you happen to see this and maybe even think twice about what you did, and understand that the spirits, they're just waiting for you to do the right thing. And until you do, well, they're going to make your life a mortal living hell until you're not on this earth no more. And Miss Cooley, Miss Candace Cooley, the mom to Dylan, I just want you to know that I hope one day that you get a phone call or a message from whoever did this to your son, and they tell you exactly what happened. And I just want you to know, just keep believing that your son, if he's no longer with us on this earth, for whatever reason happened to him, you have to understand that he is watching over you, he is with you, and he is right beside you. Because from what I can see from the photographs and the information and seeing your interviews, that he loved his mama very much. So Miss Cooley, every time you wake up, I want you to think about your son. Every time before you go to bed and go to sleep, I want you to think about your son, because your son's there. He's with you. He's there, and he's going to watch over you as much as he can. And he'll even let you know he's there sometimes. So look out for little things like different smells and maybe different touches and, just different things that seem odd. Because that's how spirits do. They communicate that way. They communicate with the boards of things. That's why I made this board. It seems crazy, but I can tell you they communicate. But Miss Cooley, just understand that there's a whole lot of people out there that wants you to be able to find out what happened to your son. And don't you worry about all these negative people that are out there trying to talk bad about you and your family. To hell with them people, okay? This ain't about you. This ain't about them. This is about your son. And one day I hope and pray that you get answers about your son. And the Mr. Person, one last thing I want you to understand. Like I said, the spirits are unforgiving. And they will be taking care of business if you don't answer to Miss Cooley. Just remember that. Yep. Here we go. Thank you, folks. And Miss Cooley, you have a blessed evening. And Dylanrounds, if you're out there, just know that you're still loved no matter where you're at and whatever happened to you. Until next time, folks, this is George. You all be good to each other, and we'll see you down the road. Bye-bye.